Bye-bye Cummins. That truck is gone. But guess what? I got a new one. We got a couple other new projects, so let's show them to you. All right, check it out. We got a new tow rig. So we had an 06 Cummins, awesome truck. Don't get me wrong, that thing hauled great. It was a beast, and overall, I really like that truck. The problem is it was lifted 37s, it was tall, and it was just not really what we wanted. So a buddy of mine, he really wanted that truck, and he had this one, so we made a deal and we got him swapped out. I had the Cummins hauled out to California, and this guy just got back. So here it is. This is a 2006 3500 Silverado dually. It's got the Duramax with the Allison tranny. It's got a custom front bumper on it. We'll probably pull that off and either spray it black, Raptor line it, or something. Paint is in really good shape. It's got American Force wheels on it, and then the tires are a Falcon something, but these are a grade G tire, I believe. This has the Denali gauge cluster in it, so really nice looking. It's got a couple of the gauges from PPE, boost pressure and EGTs, real important, especially for towing. What else? Nothing too crazy. It's got your typical truck wear. We'll do a video on how to replace that. That'll be pretty cool. Everybody seems to have that problem. Paint is in great shape. It needs to be waxed, so we'll probably throw a coat of wax and there we go. Get that on. And of course, it's got the Duramax. And like I said, this is a PPE certified truck, so not only is this I believe it's actually California compliant, but I don't know the exact details, but it's got a few things done to it. It's got the downpipe, up pipes, and the lift pump modification to it. This thing runs like a beast. It's got a couple new batteries, brand new alternator, and I'm really happy with it. Need to finish detailing this engine. Sprayed everything down yesterday. Just did a quick wash on it after the trip up here from California. Yeah, of course we're gonna do some LED headlights. I want to put a winch up here for recovery. So the whole purpose of why we wanted a better hauler for this truck is because we got this big guy over here. Boom. This is our stacker trailer. I picked this up a while ago, and we haven't really been able to use it a whole lot. It's yeah, it's a heavy one. So this is actually set up. Hey, look, Joe's hood. It's got a lift in here, so we can put two vehicles in here. Got to finish building out the boxes for it. We're going to do an LED conversion on all the lights. This does have a generator built in, and it's got lights on the outside. I want to put an awning on it as well, but at any rate, this is a heavy trailer, and the Cummins could haul it no problem. That was not an issue. The issue was the suspension. It was lifted. It needed a better hitch, and it being on 37s, it's just not made for hauling this big guy here. Because I mean, if we do the math, this trailer's about 9,500 pounds, and then we throw two cars in there. You know, you figure if they're two Ultra 4s, you're looking 4,000 to 5,000 pounds each. So let's say 4,500 pounds, it's 9,000, 18,000. Throw tools, spares, everything there, you're pushing 20,000. So for 20,000 pounds, I didn't want to be hauling that on a 37-inch single rear setup, because those 37s just were not made for it. The sidewalls couldn't handle it. You could only put them up to maybe 50 psi, whereas with these tires, I can crank them up to 70 plus and be able to have a super stable towing rig, and that thing will tow it with no problem at all. And if you're wondering about the size of this, if you look at it, that's the roof of the shop, and that's the roof of the trailer. And on top of it, if you can see it, there's the extra cubby up there for another car. So it's very tall and very big. Just like Joe, he's tall. So yeah, this is the introduction to this rig. We really don't need to do too much to it. It'll tow right away. Everything's already done, bags, brake, it's already set up. But the first thing we'll be adding is a chase rack. So we'll have some tubing that comes up here, and we'll build a rack up there. Lights, we have radios for it. We also got a full repeater system for it. So this will have a full base station setup for our radio communications, whether we're at races, events, or whatever. We'll have great radio communication, and that'll be part. It's really built into the rack. Lights. We also got to figure out what else we're putting in here. But this is the long bed, so we have tons of storage. If we wanted to make this whole section up here with boxes or even auxiliary fuel tanks or something, we have the room to do that with. Turning this into an awesome hauler chase truck. Really excited about it. Good looking truck. Great running truck. It's comfortable, and this thing's gonna rock.
I got it.
What's so funny? You're supposed to be excited.
I am excited.
Joe went and picked something up on Saturday as well. I picked up a Honda Civic. We're gonna go back right now and look at it, but Joe got something else as well. It kind of fell in our laps and he's got an idea. But come on, Joe, you wanna go show him what you got?
How does a screwdriver get twisted like that? Look at that.
I don't know.
It's twisted.
Why are you deflecting? Do you not want to show him?
I'm not deflecting. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so for those who have been following, you know we got this Chrysler Crossfire here, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. And Joe really liked it. And the other day, a buddy of mine came by, and we were shooting his guns, and he's like, "Hey, guess what I got? If you want another one." So Joe, being as excited as he is, said, "Okay," and look what he got.
And another one!
What? Wow, this thing is beat up.
Yes, but mine's manual. Yours is automatic. I'll take the manual any day.
Yeah, actually.
Don't look in there. Don't look in there. Don't look.
Wow, dude, this thing's like, holy moly. Say it looks like it went through a breakup, Carrie Underwood style.
It must be a Crossfire thing.
Holy moly.
The left rear of this one is flat, just like the left rear of yours is flat. I don't understand that.
I don't have all these dents. At least, hey, you have a driver's door handle, though.
Yes, I can open my door.
Oh, my word.
I don't have to Dukes of Hazzard it.
The funny thing, ew, it's sticky. What is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just crap.
What happened to the rear window? What happened to this thing?
Hail damage. You can't tell?
It's hail?
That's all hail. Yeah, look at it.
Oh, okay.
It's like shotgunned by hail. That's all right, though, because...
Hey, look, it's aerodynamic like a golf ball.
Yeah, Mythbusters taught us that.
So what's the plan with this thing? Why'd you pick it up?
Well, so I could race you, I guess.
Race me? Oh, we're gonna have dueling Crossfires.
Dueling Crossfire.
How's this one run?
We'll find out soon enough.
Does it not run? Okay, tell them what's going on.
At the moment, it's not running.
What's going on?
It's a Mercedes engine inside of a Chrysler, and it has quirks.
So does it sound like it's fuel? Does it sound like is it turning over?
Not a clue. It doesn't do anything.
What the?
It just stares at you and goes, "I don't start." So
okay.
I got the battery charged up last night. We're gonna see if that fixes it. So I'm gonna put that in here real quick.
Okay. Well, while you do that, I'm gonna talk to him about the other project right here. Okay. So this is a 90 something, 94, 93, 95 Civic hatch. Preston at Garage Idiots has had this thing, and it's amazing it survived. But he's got a lot of projects, and he thought, hey, Daniel might want a project like this. So we worked a deal out, and I now own the Civic. We have been talking about what we want to do, and overall, we don't want to get too stupid crazy on it. But we want to do something really cool. And after a lot of talking and input, thinking, and horrible ideas, we came up with a good idea. So what we're going to do, at the moment, we're going to go through it cosmetics. We're going to get it cleaned up and make sure it's running and driving good as it is. And then we're going to start a transformation to do this car rally style. And it's not going to be anything too crazy, but we want it to be something kind of like when you see the Ken Block Gymkhana, like Tanner Faust in the World Rally Championships, the Rally Cross. Uh-oh, hold on. What's going on?
So I'm gonna see what happens.
Please hold for this exciting message from Joe. Oh, there's the beeping. So you think it might have been the battery?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nothing.
So
Same thing it was doing the other day.
And you're pushing the clutch in?
Yeah, I'm pushing the clutch in.
Okay. So when you turn the key, nothing happens?
No, it's not doing anything.
Fans kicked on pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna, well, I did some research, so I'm gonna go pull a part or two off the other one and see if I can narrow it down.
Cool.
Be right back.
Back to the Civic. All right, so as I was saying before, I was really interrupted by Mr. Joe. Actually, it was quite polite. But to that point, we want to do a rally Civic. We want to have a little bit taller, a nice aggressive tire. We're probably going to rhino line the bumper and some other stuff. Heck, we might do the whole thing in Raptor liner, bed liner. But it's going to have some cool graphics on the side, and it'll be something that we just have fun with. Eventually, we'll get to the K24 swap with a turbo, but right now we're going to get it running good, and we're going to go have some fun back here. I don't know, maybe I'll take it out tonight, see what happens. But yeah, we want to do it rally style. We just want to have a really cool livery on it. We want it running good. We'll put a handbrake in it. We'll also be able to set it up to go do some drags with it. I want it fast. So we're going to clean it up, get some NRG seats in there. Probably take out the back seat. Don't need that. The first step really is just getting the suspension dialed in, because it runs and drives right now. So I want to focus on the suspension side of it before we add a bunch of power to it, because once we have the power, then we'll already have like a... What are you pulling out now?
This is called, I believe, the relay control box.
The you know, if you pull this out and it doesn't work, you could always plug the other one in here and see if it works in this one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hey, you do know we have another manual one though, right?
You have another manual one?
Crossfire.
Where? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to steal parts off of it.
I don't want to go start stealing parts off that one.
That's the only one that's actually in one piece.
Cool. So that comes out easy. Let's go try that now. What do you think, Joe? You got faith that that's it?
No, because it's doing the same thing.
What?
It's just this little flashy thing that it does when I push the button. I can't even lock the doors.
Hey!
That is it!
Hey!
I know what part we need.
Yay!
I might be able to fix that one.
Haha! Fist bump! You need some gas?
It's old gas and it's low, so maybe. Do we have any?
No, we have some ethanol. I mean, you could put a little of that in there just to pull, it'll help pull the water out.
Let's throw a little bit of ethanol in there.
Okay. We're gonna put a little ethanol in there. The ethanol absorbs water, so that'll help a little bit, but then we'll top it off with regular fuel. I mean, the other option is get like some fuel stabilizer or something, or even possibly just manually drain the tank, but we're gonna see if that works. All right, while Joe's doing his thing, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Honda unstrapped. I'll get the ramps for it. We're gonna pull that off, and I think I might go mob around the backyard.
This looks like leftover Preston right here. So the battery's dead, so in a first ever attempt, we're gonna try to pop the clutch as we come off the trailer. I'm not optimistic, but let's see.
We just need some speed. Worst case, we got a long downhill.
There you go.
Still stay this.
It will.
Who's gonna push me?
You don't even, you can't, it's not removing? Hey, I don't think that worked.
I don't think it worked either.
Yeah, you're still in free.
Yeah, push me forward. Should I be in second or first?
I usually do it in first.
Okay.
So, you ready? Here we go. There you go.
Well, that didn't work. We're just gonna get another car, jumper cables, but Joe wants to see if he's getting spark, so we're gonna check that real quick.
Good on the lower end.
Kinda looks rough, but crank it.
You ready?
Yeah. Yeah, there's spark.
I think it's old fuel, man.
It could just be really bad gas. Just a little go juice.
Yep.
Let me know
You're gonna do it as I'm cranking, or?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
It needs gas. Hey, you know it runs though.
Yeah. Well, I know it cranks over and kicks. How's that? We think we might have an issue with the fuel pump. It's getting a little dark, so I don't want to tear apart one to that. So we're gonna move this over to another night. But hey, at least we got it to crank. We know where that problem is. So one
We've
down.
narrowed it down to fuel, which fuel is a much easier
Heck yeah.
problem to fix than electrical. So
And yeah, so we'll go from there.
all right, let's go jump the Civic. We need to give it some power. Gonna get that up here. Might
Jump start. Don't get them too excited yet.
jump. We're gonna go jump the Civic in Joe's mind. Whee! Anyways, we're gonna go get that thing started. We might tool around for a bit. Shoes. This thing is starting to grow on me. And hopefully Joe will be down here soon with some jumper cable. Where's he going? If I can get it right, I can e-brake it full power into this and it'll just go right through because the e-brake will make it slide and the front wheel drive will pull it around. So
Oh.
I'm gonna see if I can do it fast. Headlights work?
I don't know. Taillights are on. There you go.
That is a lot of fun. More power, better tires, a little bit more suspension, and we can be rocking it. Woo! I got Joe in the driver's seat now. Let's see what he can do. Fail. But here he goes. Let's get some speed. Hopefully he doesn't miss his thing and hit me. I tried to drive up on there. Ain't gonna work that way.
I do that without a helmet again.
What?
I felt like that thing was gonna come up on that hill.
No, you went up on that thing like you did before in the TJ.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try like one more time. I'm gonna hop back in. fun of me?
I'm just agreeing with you.
So mean.
Where's my drink?
It's on your box, whatever. All right, so that was a lot of fun. I think that with the Civic, we're in agreement that we want to add that to our rally car collection that we're kind of building. A couple Crossfires in the Civic. But yeah, so first thing we'll do to it, get it cleaned up. We'll probably work on the suspension because that was one of the things I noticed that it was kind of just crap.
There is no suspension.
There is no suspension. At one point, I thought the engine was shaking around. I may need some better engine mounts, but power-wise, it's fine for the moment, which, trust me, there's never enough power. But for what we're doing, I'd like to get the suspension dialed in first and then add more power. So rally car Civic, that's what we're going to do with it because that was a lot of fun. Well, apparently we were playing around too much and it's getting a little bit late. So rather than dive into another project, we got the body back on the CJ. We're gonna go ahead and do a little body work and just fill in a bunch of holes that we were getting rid of. So we're gonna knock that out for about 30 minutes here and we'll just, set the camera up, let you see what we're doing. Looks like a cat coughed up its food and hacked it all over this body. That stuff is gross. A little bit of Bondo.
If you want the Mopar one, it's $331.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a fuel pump. If I got to buy a fuel pump for the Crossfire.
Oh, because we think that's what it is?
Potentially.
What if it's just like a corroded wire?
It could be. But if we need a brute power, it's $29.79.
Yay! That's perfect. Unlike this body at the moment. We did a bunch of body hole repairs. Still a bunch we got to do, but we're going to let all this dry. We figured, you know what? Let's knock this out. We'll let it dry for a day or so. We'll come back to it after everything's solidified. And there's so many little holes on here that we just wanted to get rid of to really smooth the body up. And the first round of hole repair is never always the best, so right now it's just all gooped on there. So we'll sand all this down and 90% of all that will be sanded off, and then we'll fill in the rest of the holes again, and then we'll come back after it's sanded with Bondo. A lot of the small stuff here, we just started putting some Bondo on to fill in a lot of the cracks and other things, but yippers, figure we get a little bit of a jump on this since we had a few minutes to kill. And that's that. So got a whole mess of other projects we got going on we'll get back to very soon, and we'll do our best to keep you updated on each one of those. So hopefully you enjoyed some of the stuff that we talked about and did tonight. So kind of gave you a little bit of an idea of what's going on with the Civic. I had a blast just rallying that thing around, and now we know we need some suspension on that, and it'll be a blast.
I don't claim to know everything because I don't, but I did a little bit. See, so I did a little bit of research about the relay control box. This is off the Chrysler, and one of the things I discovered. Are you done? you're gonna add music. You know, there you go. Yeah. Is for some reason these little connections right there, they don't. They either burn up or whatever it is. They lose their conductivity. So the video said to solder these right here, and that should solve my problem. Figure it's worth a shot, because to buy one of these is, I don't remember. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's from when I cut myself too on that piece of glass out there.
Are you trying to tell me something?
That's just whatever. Here, I'll hide that finger. Sorry, I didn't even realize that. But anyway, they said to fix, if you solder those together and it works, then hey, great, it's a free fix. Otherwise, these things run anywhere from about $60 used up to about 250 bucks. And I don't know if I really want to do 250 bucks. So we're going to try fixing it first.
You know how easy it would be if every car we worked on, we just had a second one sitting there, we could just steal a part off and test it?
Like it.
Well, that's where we're going to end it off tonight. Had a lot going on. Honda, it's going to be a rally car. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. Joe in the Crossfire, he's going to have a little rally car as well, whatever we want to call it. Super happy that it's cranking. We know it's going to fire, and we've narrowed it down to a fuel problem. So hopefully by, I don't know, Wednesday, Thursday, we might have that thing running. With that though, yeah, the Honda project, we're just trying to figure out what we're going to start with on that. I really think we're going to tear it apart and figure out the suspension, because that's going to be one of the first things that's going to be a big part of being a rally car, is the suspension can handle the bumps and everything we're going to throw at it. Even just practicing out back here, you know, with our test track, we can really get this thing dialed in, and we're actually going to make a jump that's more of a launch and a catch on the other side with a good landing, so it's not crazy. That hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be launching this Civic off that and the Crossfire.
Crossfire.
I'm committing in the next 2 weeks to have a video of the Civic and the Crossfire launching the jump. And it'll be at least a 6-foot gap. It's a pretty good jump. So anyways, really hope that you guys like what we're doing. We've got a lot of new ideas and different things that we're going to do. So make sure you tell us in the comments what you think, what you want to see, and what you want us to do. So if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. If you like the video, give us a big thumbs up, and we will see you next time. Fist bump for you. Fist bump for you.